everybody, welcome back to the channel. And that's right, doing a little voiceover because they were playing music pretty loud at the Ross. But check out this, a battle cat. That is actually pretty cool, and $9.99. That's a pretty good price. So if you haven't checked out your local Ross stores, you should do that. Here's a little Jurassic Park T-Rex. I think we saw that on Steve-O's channel. That's pretty cool. So they have a few different areas in Ross that you need to check. They usually have like some sort of a pile-up spot where they just have a mismatch of stuff. Check this out. Wouldn't this be nice if it was in a 1/12 scale? That would actually be really cool. Anyways, they have like this area here, which is kind of like just in the main aisle. And I think almost all the stores they've been to has some sort of setup like this, which is kind of cool. Ooh, I did like this. Check this out. This is a Ghostbusters RC car. It was $40. I think it's about a 1/10 scale or 1/12. It would look pretty good with your action figures. Check this out. We got some more toys. That's the end cap. Now we're in the toy aisle of this store, and lo and behold, I'm looking around because I got a tip that there might be some G.I. Joes in this store. So I came specifically to this store, and yes, that's exactly what I was looking for. $9.99 for Tiger Force Duke and the Ram Cycle, which is actually pretty cool. At first, I thought it was the only one that I was going to find. I felt pretty lucky that I was able to grab them. And then I started to look for other G.I. Joes and other action figures. And they had quite a bit of stuff there, which was kind of cool. It's just piled in there, though, so you got to get your hands in there and move stuff around. Check out these Dragon Balls. They're kind of cool. The only problem I had was the price. I think they were a little pricey. I'm trying to do all this one-handed, so let me just flip that around. Anyways, I did flip it around. I was trying to keep the camera steady, but $25 for those two. It's a good price, but for Ross, I just wanted it to be much, much cheaper. These look pretty cool. If they were a little bit cheaper, I might have picked one of those up. But they had plenty of those $9.99 Battle Cats. And I kept looking around. They had these magic kits. You saw one back there. If you saw something that I missed, point it out in the comments. Because I think I might have just like passed by stuff and maybe just missed. I didn't move that much stuff around. I did grab this one over the shelf because I thought it was pretty cool. But it turns out I think it's just like a statue or something like that. So not anything that I'm collecting. But they had all these like surprise things on the end, which are pretty cool. And, you know, I know a lot of my grandkids. Oh, look at that. There was another Duke with the Ram Cycle. That was pretty cool. There's one more down there. Blink if you miss it. They had some pretty cool stuff, but they just didn't have that many like Marvel Legends or G.I. Joes or anything, but they did have that Duke with the Ram Cycle, which was pretty cool. So I kept looking around. They had that big gigantic Spider-Man, not interested, but somebody might be. Some of this stuff looks really, really neat. Look at that. They had Darth Vader's saber, but they didn't have Rey's saber. That's really what I was looking for, was Rey's saber in there. And look at that, another Duke with Ram Cycle. So this store had 4. Did you see it? Dengar in my hand. You didn't see me pick that up. I'll show you where I picked that up later. It's at the front of the store by the registers. They're keeping some figures up there, which is interesting. I did go back here to that kids section to take a look around just because I was interested in seeing what they had and looking to see if somebody stashed a Rey's lightsaber on the back of the shelf. I did look around and look at that. Dragon Ball Z figures are back here. And these ones are the Dragon Stars. And let me flip that around. $14.99, so way more expensive than the Marvel Legends because those are like $5.99, and those Star Wars figures were also $5.99. I checked out these RC cars because I wanted to see how they would scale. They're all like 36 or $40, which I think is pretty cool. That one's 36. So this table had $36.99. I brought the Lando, or I brought Lando with me so you can see how he scales. And yes, I found some more Star Wars. And the one that I thought was super cool, if you see it, is this 1/10 scale Jeep. I think it looks really neat because it is a Jeep. It's open. Lando scales almost perfectly with it. And then if you look over the top, like look inside, there's like seats and stuff. So I think you could really get your figures in there and really have a good time trying to like set your figures up on that one. Yeah, I think the 1/10 scale on these RCs are probably pretty good for your 6-inch action figures. So kept looking around. This is that back wall in the toy aisle, and they did have some Power Rangers. They had this Lightning edition, I guess, Red Ranger, and then they had this Green Ranger, and they were pretty cool. Look at that, $5.99. Those are some pretty darn good prices. So we don't have an Ollie's out here, but we are getting some stuff, which is actually kind of cool. So I just take. So unfortunately, I was not able to find a Ray's lightsaber at any of these, but I did find a few archive figures, the Lando and the Skiff Guard. I got the Dengar. I got a couple of those G.I. Joe Dukes with the Ram Cycle. Then I wanted to show you right up at the front in the candy zone. They had this section set aside for action figures, and I went back and looked, and Firestar, yay! All right, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and have a fantastic day.